Hey, and thanks for joining us today, Girlfriends Hour, where girlfriends make every hour a happy hour. And we have an exciting show for you today. Uh, we had a wonderful weekend. We're going to get into that. And we're going to talk a little bit about today. Today, we're going to be kind of serious and kind of not on some occasions, but you know how I do it. So this is one of the times that we are not going to be serious right now. I mean, just a little, but not really. And so for the first time, you'll be able to see my beautiful new executive producer of the show, and she's gonna come in. She's gonna come in. There she is. Hey, Gabby.
Good morning.
How you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Oh, it's wonderful. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right today, ain't we? We're gonna have a little fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so about your little red nose. I don't know how you put this. There we go. There we go. There it is. Right there. Look at that. See? I bought this from Walgreens, and it is supposed to be for you can't even breathe out the thing. You got okay. You can't even breathe. It's supposed to Red Nose Day, which I do want to participate in, and I have. It's the reason why I purchased these. Are May 21st, and it's going to be on NBC, and it has all of these different. They raising money for. Money raised by Red Nose will be supported projects in the U.S., overseas, throughout the section of trusted, life-changing U.S. charities, Boys and Girls Club, which I'm a part of, and Children's Health Fund, Gavin, the Global Fund, Life, United Way. This was just, an awesome thing, and so, participate. It's going to be on May 21st on NBC, and so I just love my little red nose. I don't know about nobody else.
It is cute.
Okay, it's just cute as a button it is. Okay, and so now I can't breathe. I had to take that off again. Okay, so
I didn't even fit it.
yeah, now we're going to talk a little bit about, kids and talents. The reason why we're talking about this is because it's stemming from the Baltimore and the Miss Graham and her son thing. We're going to get into that. But let's talk about this fight. I'm upset. Okay?
Who are you going for?
Pacquiao?
Yeah.
Really? You know what I mean?
I was.
But did you have to get up every 5 minutes on top of the ropes? I told y'all I was going to win. I mean, really?
Yeah, he just was clowning.
Oh my God, showing out. So what? So what? But he just, he made a lot of people mad when he made the comment about that he was he greater than Muhammad Ali. Now that offended a lot of us.
That was disrespectful.
Totally. You don't hear, although you hear Beyonce say she the queen bee, but you don't never hear her say she better than Aretha Franklin and and Patti LaBelle, and
you still gotta pay respect to the
you
people
have
that
to. You have to. Never forget where you come from. So I guess now they split that little money or whatever, and he just think he owns the world. He can say whatever, right?
And he always been arrogant, but that really just showed us it's not a joke. It's for real. He thinks like that all day, every day.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if we did not have women that sold themselves for money, he would be lost.
Yeah.
For real. So we already know, Mary, whether you paying for it all day long, it don't matter who, you know what I mean? You just not cute, so you shouldn't be running around here like you are, And I just hate the fact that, because regardless if he won or not, he would have still got a large sum of money, wouldn't he have?
Yeah, he would have.
Yeah, so because he won that, I tried to bet on that. I know it's illegal, but I tried to bet on that. But then I realized, I was like, no, the odds wasn't what it should have been, right?
Mhm.
And so, and and we gonna say, so what, Mary? Whether you won this fight, I really don't care. I don't care. You just so disrespectful.
Ungrateful.
And that's what that is. You know what I mean? You didn't even give it time. You didn't. Did you see him at any point thank God for?
And that's what I paid close attention to when they were coming out. How when Pacquiao came down
Right.
into the ring and he got down on his knees and knelt to pray.
He did.
And Mayweather came out there with fully clothed.
Oh yeah.
With an entourage.
Right.
And just came into the ring, just
Didn't
trying to
it-
be Pretty Boy Mayweather.
That's it. And then even at the end, did you see him? I mean, he didn't. He jumped up on the. You should have got on your knees, but he jumped up on. You know, right? And I told y'all. I told, and I just was cussing and going on, and he is such a little rat. I mean, really. And then I got up this morning. Also, I'm seeing that people had a problem with Jamie Foxx, and
I was one of the people.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because I don't know if it made me figure like maybe this whole time I don't know if Jamie Foxx is going through something, he may be sick or anything, but that did not sound like the same Jamie Foxx. Like
He made it his own, and I think that's what people have a problem with. He made it his own.
But he didn't even show any of his talents. He didn't hit any notes or any runs like he usually
Right,
does.
right.
It kind of seemed like he was just like talking,
Yeah.
like just speaking it.
Yeah. Well, pardon me. It's awful early, and so, well, and then I seen where they literally was talking about the way he sang it. It didn't sound like him. You said, Gabby, but did you like the way he changed it up a little bit?
Yeah, I did. I could see where he was going with that.
I mean, I thought it was him. You know.
That was original. I do like how he tried to put the.
He hooked it up. He did. He really did. Well, Jamie is one of my baby daddies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't say nothing bad about him. He is.
Yeah, I'm still Team Jamie.
You know what I'm saying? Team Yahoo, but he do need to. You know what I'm saying? All this scruffy. I don't know if you trying to.
Maybe it's another movie.
I was just about to say. Maybe you practicing on another movie, but dog, and maybe that other color like it like that.
Yeah.
But I don't like that. I need you to clean that up, partner. I mean, you're a little scruffy there,
Exactly.
So, we always got something to say because we are not sitting in the place. A lot of us hated we couldn't get there, but as black people, we always got something to say about somebody. Let that man alone. Let him do what he do, and you ain't gonna be talking about my baby daddy too long. You know what I'm saying? For I have to.
It'd be another fight.
Okay, take out a knife on you, partner. Straight out the hood. That's where I'm from. Straight out the hood. But we're gonna keep it moving, and we're gonna talk about Okay, so what's this thing with Kenya Moore?
I'm not even really familiar, sadly. I'm still trying to do my research on it because
she being sued over a ring. Maybe somebody proposed to her. I don't like her. You know what I mean? But I seen it on here. So I'm going to talk about her because I can't stand her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That gone with the wind thing is really got on my damn nerve, right?
So it's a ring?
Apparently somebody proposed to her. And I don't know if it's the little dude that was supposed to be the little gay dude that was supposed to be on that first, the one that she took to the overseas, and they was talking about, he was saying they not together, this and that. I don't know if it was him or the one after, but apparently, pardon me again, Captain, wake up. Okay, so apparently somebody proposed to her and gave her a ring, but she won't give it back. So they suing her.
But that's like Indian giving. Like, you can't just take it back after you propose. If I denied it, you still had you gave it to me. It was a gift. In all actuality, it was a gift.
Well, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what the difference is in the species. Now, if you was a white girl and you called off the wedding, she would keep the ring and he wouldn't have no problem. Why? Because, he paid for the ring for hers. He couldn't take it and give it back. Us? Look here, Mike. I need my 5 carats back.
Yeah.
I'm
I
still
paid for
paying
that.
on that
Yeah,
ring.
that's
You know
what
what I
it
mean?
is.
And that's just what that is. You know,
Yeah.
I can't afford. I'm gonna need that ring so I can, re-propose to Susie J over here. And you got that 5 carat she likes. So you know what I mean? Get that back to me.
Yeah, I guess you don't want to keep no attachments. I mean, you're not even gonna be here, so that's all my money just sitting on your finger still.
Right, and then once again, we ain't got money like that to just be throwing away. You
And
know.
a lot of times, like you said, they still making payments on it.
Exactly.
So y'all have to be together, and I'm still paying for a ring you wearing. Oh yeah, I probably will be soon too.
Right. I need to step back.
Yeah.
And pay these court costs. So I got to take you to court to get my ring back. Talking about I'm keeping a ring for real? No, come on, Kenya. You really. I know, why she probably keeping a ring is because that's the only evidence that somebody really want to be with her. You know what I mean?
That's all it is.
Because don't nobody really want to be with her. And she can't understand why she can't find a husband. Stop all that, that glamorous stuff that you think you are. Going with the wind and a scepter walking around.
She too extra.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Extra is not even the word.
And she get her own category.
Right. And then she made a comment about how she's so not she is so not made up. And I heard some things, she work out or whatever else, but some people say that, these are fake. She claims she all real. No, baby. If you claim you all real from head to toe, you're lying because you got about 20 to 22, 24 inches in your head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's made up. But
at least own up to it.
I mean, come on now.
At least let it the world know
You got
it's
fake
natural.
breasts. Them breasts is not yours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you talking about you all real. You ain't got ain't no telling what you did. And then you probably did have because I don't ever remember her being that thick, when she ran for, whatever, she ran for Miss America or whatever. Yeah. I don't ever remember her being that thick, but okay.
And I know they're real heavy with size and things like that when you run in certain pageants, like you do have to maintain a certain weight.
Right.
So she did change over time.
Right.
Say that, yeah.
Wow. Well, okay, so we're going to say, can you get that man back his ring so he can get to his other girl? And stop playing. Get that man back that 5 carats because you just dreaming. Nobody going to marry you, girl. Sit down somewhere. You got to change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we got a wonderful show today. When we come back, I got a little surprise for you, and we're going to hook it up, and we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about Miss Graham. We're just going to make it all about teenagers today and our children, and this is the part we're going to get serious about, but we'll holler at you in a minute. We're going to introduce her when we come back.
Just like she's your girlfriend. Clear your mind and sit back. Just let go and relax. Just like she's your girlfriend. Kathy, she's your girlfriend. Kathy, she's your girlfriend.
Council.
Just like she's your girlfriend. Clear your mind and sit back. Just let go and relax. Just like she's your girlfriend. Kathy, she's your girlfriend. Kathy, she's your girlfriend.
And we're back. Today we're going to be talking about our children, and we're going to get positive conversation about what we need to do. We're going to talk about avenues to have them keep themselves busy during the summertime, off season or on season when they're in school. There's so many programs that we don't know about, to have these kids busy, you know what I'm saying? So, and to say that, we're going to introduce my first guest. I met her at this place called Rocket Town. Gabby, you ever heard of Rocket Town?
I'm unfamiliar with that.
Okay, that's fine. And that's why we wanted to bring it up today about Rocket Town. The executive, the director of Rocket Town, we tried to get her on the show, but that's fine. We have a 16-year-old, and her name is Ayana, and I'm going to introduce you to Ayana, and she's going to tell us a little bit about. We're going to interview her, and then we got a little special surprise for you today. That I'm always finding talent, very talented people. This is the reason why we have this show, and we're trying to, at least help some people out that have raw talent, and I'm just always amazed. So. Everybody say hi to Ayana. Hey, Ayana.
Hey.
How you doing, girl? All right, that's good. Okay, so I met you at Rocket Town. Tell us a little bit about Rocket Town. What exactly is Rocket Town?
So Rocket Town, they owns like Rocket Town Production, which is like video, studio, or like they have other things like games and skateboards, skate church, and other things. But I go to Rocket Town every day after school, so I go into the studio mostly every day. Since we got a new record label, a non-profit youth record label, I'm a CEO over that and a music executive over there. So I look over the music, and we just make music and have fun.
And so Rocket Town was basically built in minds of what to have for children who have nowhere to go, nothing to do, or to have something to do. Like I see they had a basketball court there, and then they got a whole separate skating room for skateboards, and they got a bike ramp maybe, or a skateboard ramp. They got all of that in there.
Skateboards, scooters.
And what else kind of activities can you do other than, music or?
Well, like the music video, they shoot people music videos for free. Everything there is for free.
It's a non-profit organization, yeah.
So, like they also have like Bible study. They have potluck every Thursday, which you could bring your family and your friends. We eat, have dinner, and talk about the subject of God, something like that. But we go to a park sometimes when it's hot outside, or we play like a game outside, or Jeopardy, or I don't know,
just everything. Well, okay, that's cool. So it caters to teens. Any homelessness or?
Well, I seen a homeless man come for potluck every Thursday.
That's all right.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't turn them away.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, the reason why this we're talking about the whole Baltimore thing, and the mother that put a pause on them,
Mm-hmm.
on a child, and, in broad daylight in front of the police, you know what I mean? And so, what did you think about that?
Well, I seen it. I think that was her job to do that, because if her son is out there doing what other people do, he might get hurt,
Mm-hmm.
So she was just trying to show him, some tough love.
Mm-hmm.
It's not what you need to do,
Mm-hmm.
because you'll put yourself in a situation that you'll get killed by a police officer.
That's what's up.
So,
That's absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is your mom like that? Will she put them paws on you, girl?
My mom and my daddy.
Woo, shut it up. I know it. Put them paws right on you. Excuse me. Mind your business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over here. You know what I mean? Taking care of mine. That's what's up. And I think that we need to have basically a little of that. We've gotten away from our children. We let them do whatever they want to do. We let them talk however they want. And I think we just really need to take it back to the old school. You know, because some of us need it. You know, and it might put you back in the act right mode. You know, so okay. So tell me, tell everybody that's listening to Girlfriends Hour how old you are.
I'm 16. I will turn 17 June the 2nd.
Okay, and they want to know probably. Well, no, you are still in school, right?
Yep.
What do you want to be when you get out of school?
I want to be. I want to own my own record label. I want to be a female version of Pharrell Williams and kind of like Missy Elliott. Like do songs, make their own songs.
Yeah.
They do songs, be a producer, other things. Like this summer I will be going to Grammy Camp, which is at Belmont, which they'll help us out.
Yeah.
Teach us new things.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. So, and to lead into that, Missy Elliott is that's my girl. You know what I mean? So I really like her, and we're gonna lead into that. You know, because not only do you know you're 16, you also rap, right?
Yeah, I rap.
Okay, so we're gonna hear what we're gonna hear. You want to introduce what we're gonna hear?
Today y'all will hear Shook, which is gonna be our Rhyme Lab Records up in Rocketown single. We'll have Ace K, J Dollars, and Looney and Rue, and also me. And it's a song that you like dance to.
Okay, tell them where Rocketown is located at.
It's located off of South 4th Avenue, over there close by downtown.
And they have 2 or 3 buildings over there. They
Yeah.
rent out for parties, rap shows, whatever. It's a non-profit organization, and I thought it was amazing. And so we're going to go ahead and listen to this track, and Gabby's going to cue it up, and we're going to show you what to do. And I mean, I thought the girl was cold, you know what I mean? So we're gonna let her, and then she's gonna do a little freestyle from there.
Hey, yo, what up? It's your boy 615 Malik, man. I'm on the way to this party, finna turn up. Had to beg my mama for some gas money, but that's cool, you know how that go. But look, shout out to Yana Rocketown, look, let's go.
Coming to the party with my girls, let me shook. Fresh J's, hair laid, finish slay shook. You say you like my swag, gotta take a second look. I hit you with the earthquake, shook. Coming to the party with my squad with me, shook. Fresh J's, fresh face, finish slay shook. Everybody watching and they read me like a book. DJ play this song, now we got you all shook.
Look again, I'm here with my friends, that we ain't leaving the party until the very end. All night, we too hype, we wildin' but ain't no fight. Somebody go tell the manager to cut off all the lights.
Yeah, they know when I come in the party, shook up off the roof. They step aside, I lay it down because they know just how I do. And every time that I'm around, I speak no lies because I'm the truth. I get it, poppin', just how I do in the booth. Yeah, I get the crowd crunk. I'm watching the people holla. We got Team Yana, Looney, Santana, J Dollars. If you work your crew, get it poppin', don't stop it, let it go. Everybody around me shook, yeah, the whole movement don't go.
Like 10:34, I'll be out of 1 minute too, so I can rap it up.
And you're gonna stay in here, 'cause we're gonna bring it back. Okay, so we're just gonna bang
Coming
this
to the party with my girls, let me shook. Fresh J's, hair laid, finish slay shook. You say you like my swag, gotta take a second look. I hit you with the earthquake, shook. Coming to the party with my squad with me, shook. Fresh J's, fresh face, finish slay shook. Everybody watching and they read me like a book. DJ play this song, now we got you all shook. Easy walk when I walk in, hush and move me, no talking. Then when they run it, dance though, got the whole party rocking. Team Yana on my shirt, touch my team, I get you hurt. Break out the real, break out the dirt. I got a boo, no need to flirt. Got a new dance called Shook. Did you hear it off the hook? Swing your arms, do they nay? Then you yell Shook. Dope, y'all, and nice to meet ya. I'm a new Miss Tennessee. Y'all can't never take my spot. Y'all can't never beat me, dope.
Splash, splash, hush it. Run, run, shook. Splash, splash, hush it. Run, run, shook. Splash, splash, hush it. Run, run, shook.
Coming to the party with my girls, with me shook. Fresh J's, hair laid, finish slay shook. You say you like my swag, gotta take a second look. I hit you with the earthquake, shook. Coming to the party with my squad, with me shook. Fresh J's, fresh fade, finish slay shook. Everybody watching and they read me like a book. DJ play this song, now we got you all shook. Shook, when you read me like a book. Oh, your swag to the bottom. Hey.
Alright, who wants to win this? Kid, I'm gonna show them how to do it right here. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Splash, splash, hush it. Run, run,
Yeah. All right. You about to show me how to do this. What is it? What she say? What she say? Bag it up. How you do it, Gabby?
Shook.
You.
I shook that.
Oh, wow. You know what I'm saying? Oh.
And then like the splash and hush it, I took those dances from the dances I see, cause it's like it's a local dance in Nashville that like people who made it is like my age.
Mm-hmm.
So I seen them at the party doing splash and hush it, and I was like, okay. And Runner, I was like, I'm gonna put all it into that one song.
Yeah. And so,
splash, splash, hush it,
right.
run,
And
run,
so we
shook.
video recording this. We gonna get up. And you know what I mean?
Mhm.
When all the guests, she gonna teach us how to do it, so we don't be, Gabby, you know
At
what
the
I'm
next
saying?
party.
At the next one.
At the next party.
Everybody doing it. We like, what they doing? Okay, so we you gonna still hang around with us. Tell us a little bit more. We're gonna try to get you to do freestyle. And we got another guest coming up, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a break and we'll be back in 2. Sit right there.
Just like she's your girlfriend. Kathy, she's your girlfriend. Kathy, she's your girlfriend.
Fade out with a PSA.
Girlfriend, Kathy, she's your girlfriend. Kathy, she's your girlfriend.
And we're back. And so we was just had a talented young lady at 16 years old doing her little thing at Rocket Town. So we're gonna keep it moving. And we want to be positive about this show today. Even if you do find something that you want to comment on, please hit us up at Girlfriends Hour Radio Show on Facebook, and you can tweet us at Girlfriends Hour. You can also even comment on Instagram at Girlfriends Hour. We're just everywhere, and so we're going to keep the show moving. Right now we're going to talk a little bit about the Baltimore thing and the mom and how she jacked her son up. She put them paws on him, you know what I mean? And so I don't have no kids, but I'm telling you right now, if that was my nephew, I'd have been like, girl, get him, bring him, drag him, bring him on. You know what I mean, Gabby?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was
called for.
oh my God, it was called for. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to hear a little bit of her interview with her son sitting beside her.
On the same side as the police with the shield, and they were throwing bricks. And I was like in awe, like, it was like, oh my God. And to see my son come across the street with a rock in his hand, I think at that point I just lost it.
You recognize the baggy sweatpants.
I recognized the baggy sweatpants. He did have the hoodie on and he did have the face mask on, but it was something about those sweatpants he had on. And
you also made eye
and
contact.
we made eye contact.
And you're
What's remarkable is, and for me, is he clearly had the respect and fear of you.
Yes.
Because as you were pushing him and doing that sort of right hook you had,
All right.
he was backing off. I mean, what was he saying to you?
Mom, 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 okay, mom, you know, and I was pretty much just telling him, you know, how dare you do this? I actually went to view Freddie Gray's funeral, body, and if he wanted to do that, I would allow him to, you know, and even if he wanted to stay home from school to go to the funeral, I would allow him to do that. But for him to do what he was doing, it was just unacceptable.
You said, I thought so poignantly, you did not want to lose your son to the streets.
No. And our fight was this, not just because of this incident. I find myself shielding my son on a lot of different incidents where these young kids are out here shooting each other, and a lot of his friends have been killed. You know, and so my thing is, I just want to keep him in the house. And I know that's not going to, you know, he's going to get out. He's going to.
That's not really that's not really going to work. But the way that you were struck.
Yeah, and I tell you, if I could have had her on the show today, I just think that it's such a positive thing of Miss Graham, you know, jacking her son up, and that's part of the reason why I started Girlfriends Hour, because I want to try to, you know, at least help some of these kids and these girls. You know, it's women and your daughters. Get them in line, the boys will follow suit. And I am totally in agreement. I totally believe that, and I'm totally in agreement with that. And now, so what we're going to do is we're going to introduce you to my second guest, and her name is Demetria. And she is raising how many boys?
3.
You have 3 boys. What are their ages?
11, 8, and 4.
Okay, 11, 8, and 4. Okay, 4, you still have time to make a difference in his life. 8, yeah, you still can, you know, put your foot on his neck, you know what I mean? And then 14? 11. Okay, well, he not crossed over yet. You know, 13 is when the crossover point. Right. You can still put your, you know, foot on his neck as well. So, what did you think about the whole situation? Do you think she's a role model to start a campaign across the world to save our sons?
I actually think that she did exactly what I would have done. Our boys, you have to be hard on them. You have to set the groundwork early in life. It's funny that I'm here. One of my coworkers said that reminded them of me. Not saying that they've seen me do that to my children, right. But I talk to my coworkers, and therefore they know I can look at my children and they get in line. Right. So therefore, I applaud her for what she did. I would have done something like that.
Right. Absolutely. And I'm gonna play a little devil advocates right now about. Because I think I heard one comment was in reflection towards the father not being in his life. You know, so often, you know, people always can voice their opinion about the father not being present. If he had his daddy there, she wouldn't have had to do it. Well, I mean, I strongly disagree with that, because, you know, if it wasn't for your mom bringing you up, and I think that is the reason why it went viral, you know, because there's a lot of single moms out here. They're working their hardest out trying to get their kids and to save them, and that's a lot of work to do, to, you know, go from work 12 hours and, you know, raise your children, take care of the household, keep them from out. I mean, that is a lot of work.
It is. To an extent, you know, if the father wasn't there, it plays a role. But as a mother, I take on that role. I do not allow them to fall by the wayside just because dad may not be present.
Okay, so we're back and we're basically talking about the Baltimore situation. And when I say we're basically talking about the Baltimore situation, we're not referring to the, which is also sad, we're not referring to the guy that died. Blessings go out to the family. And, but what we're referring to is Miss Graham and her son, and picking her son basically out of a lineup on TV with his face and blocked out. And I just thought she was incredible because yeah, that goes to show you as to you know, single moms and how well they know their kids. I mean, I am just still tripping about with the face and the mask on, and you know, he like literally covered up. I'm like, that is what impressed me, right?
Right.
And so I'm like, she is at home looking at TV, and her son is on TV. Girl, you better know it. You know what I'm saying? And I would have been the one out there laughing at it. You know what I mean? Instead of the police was like, you know, oh my God, I know they was stunned, but still I'd have been laughing at them because you all covered up thinking you know, hiding something. Your mama know it was you. That's amazing. That's a mother for you, right?
It is.
And so we're talking here with Demetrius and about her raising her 3 sons. And then we have another special guest on the line, and her name is Vanessa Scott. Hi, Vanessa. Hi. Vanessa, are you there? Oh yeah. We're gonna turn you up a little bit. Can you hear us well?
I can.
Okay, that's good. And you have a 19-year-old.
I do.
Is his first year in college?
It is. He was attending Tennessee State University.
All right, Tennessee State. Well, this is where we're having a show out of. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so what is your take on Miss Graham? Literally, you know, and I make a joke about it, but literally identifying her son in a lineup.
Well, my thought process is, me personally, I don't know if that was an avenue that I would have taken on myself, just being the person that I am. I'm not saying that she was wrong for the way that she interacted with her son, because maybe that's, you know, the type of relationship that they have. Even though that was my son, covered up or not, I just don't think that I would have handled it that way. I would have pulled him to the side, but I don't think that I would have handled it that way.
Right. Even with the situation being the way it is,
Well, I thought about this. I thought about the flip side of that. Even though she may not have known she was on TV, but now that it was on TV, I'm glad to see that someone took it as a positive thing, but could have went a totally different way with the kids dealing with so much peer pressure. You know, I thought about, well, what if that happened on the flip side, and you know, his friends, they had thought that he was a punk or whatever, so then maybe he would have felt like he had to prove something. So I thought about it on that end of it. But because of the relationship that I feel that I have with my son, I don't think that I would have had to go that route with him.
okay, and so did you listen to her interview at all?
I did not get to hear the whole thing, no.
Okay, and so for her to go a different direction is and I think we're gonna always have a point, you know, points where we agree to disagree, but you know what I'm saying. So tell us a little bit about you raising a prominent black man in today's society.
For me, it has been a struggle. I've been a single mother my entire life with my son. It has been rough, but you know, because of the grace of God and prayer, I shielded him and protected him through that. So we haven't had any major encounters or anything like that. But I know that it's because of prayer.
Right, right. Okay, and so we're still talking with Demetria. You want to chime in on something she said, Demetria?
No.
Okay, and so what we're doing today is we're talking to Vanessa Scott, we're talking to Demetria, we're talking to Vanessa by phone about raising, and I think it's just gonna go full circle. It's about the Baltimore thing, and we're not talking about the killing. You know, God rest his soul, and we pray for his family. We're talking about, now we have reflected from it, we're talking about a mother, Miss Graham. She put them paws on her son in the public eye. The fact that she literally, to me, you know, and my opinion is that she was able to identify him over the TV, which is remarkable all in itself. And you know, being a single mom, you know, for some of us, we have to use different things to, you know, get across to our kids. Go ahead, Vanessa.
And I totally agree. I totally agree. And what I think about and what I do with my son is I try to give him as much information as I possibly can. If you're pulled over to the side of the road by the police, make sure your hands are good. You know, giving them all the information because they are aware of what is going on in Baltimore, but I need them to be prepared to know what to do if it happens to you, so we don't have the same situation reoccurring.
Yeah, I do agree. Demetria?
I do agree. Even when it comes to the hoodie things.
Right.
I make my children take their hoodies off. When you are in a building,
right.
You take your hoodie off.
Right.
I don't want them to even look at you funny.
Right. And see, and I do agree with that. And it was something Vanessa said about the peer pressure thing. Well, that is the reason why I think that she's getting recognized for it, is because there's no way you're going to tell me that boy was out there. If he didn't think he was wrong in what he was doing, he wouldn't have been covered up.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So, and that is the reason why I praise her and of how she did it. Because if you can be covered up in the public doing wrong, I'm gonna show you in the public of what it brings, you know. And it's. I mean, I am very impressed with her. And if she starts some kind of movement, we have to. This talking to our kids is not doing anything right now. This we have to have something effective. I am so tired of every time I turn the TV on, somebody then got shot, or just this morning, somebody then got shot over something dumb. You know what I mean? We have to. It's time for things to be, dramatic, for things to change. Because we are the only race that don't stick together that we need to. And if this is a start of what it should be, I'm all for it. And so I was going to share a couple of stories about, it's the break. We wrapping it up. Okay, well, we're not going to share them stories, honey. We're not. What we're going to do is we're going to thank Vanessa for calling in. And we appreciate you participating in Girlfriends Hour. And we're going to thank Demetria for, and girl, and I say to both of you all, you better do it with your single moms. Because I was raised by a single mom. And I help my two brothers, and they are very handsome young men. And they are doing what they're supposed to be doing. You know? And so what we're going to do right now, we got Ayana. We're going to get her to do just a little freestyle and, go on ahead, wrap us out. You know what I mean? And so, go ahead, girl. Don't be afraid of it. Get the mic. She's 16 years old, and I met her at Rocketown. And